Welcome to the Other 98% podcast, a podcast series to shine a light on the arm wrestling community as a whole. From the new pullers to the pros and veterans, everyone is, will be, or has been a part of the Other 98% at some point in their arm wrestling career. No matter where you are in your journey, join the Other 98% community. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more.
Welcome to the Other 98% podcast. Tonight, we have a very special guest, Roger Bailey Learned. And we are going to learn something about him tonight. And we also have our co-hosts, Jacob Beville and Josh Vinikoor. And tonight, we're going to do a little interview and learn something about Roger, our good buddy.
It's a nice play on, the name, original,
I'm sure it's never been done.
I'm sure.
All right, man. Just want to start out. I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you?
34.
34. All right. And how many of those 34 years have you been arm wrestling?
It's my whole life, but professionally or amateur, I guess, like going on almost 3 years now.
3 years? Cool.
Nice.
What's your current fighting weight? What's your weight class?
Heavyweight. I'm stick around 235, 242 at the heavy end.
Gotcha. And do you have any team associations that you claim? Any team ties you have?
Oh, I have so many teams. It's not even funny. Lethal Arms, Arm Assassins, the grip. It's just I don't really stick to one team in particular. I like to learn everything I can.
You're a 98%er though, right?
I'm definitely a 98%.
Yeah.
Awesome. 98.
Now, Roger, a little something we do on this podcast is a game called True, Truth, and Lie. I did give you a warning about that a little bit ago. So let's hear what you got.
So I'm just going to randomly throw two truths and a lie out there?
Yeah, whatever comes to your mind. Just two things that are true. One thing that you're totally BSing us about, and we just got to guess what that is.
All right. I'm from Texas. Well, I guess I'm 6 foot, I'm a whopping, sexy 6 foot. And I'm ex-Army, I guess.
You're not 6 foot.
Yeah, he's like,
because I'm 6 foot.
He's definitely not 6
Not
foot.
goddamn 6 feet. No. Well, that one, that didn't work out good.
See, I told you I suck. I flunked up with flying stuff.
Well, we knew you were from Texas, so that's not fair,
Yeah, that was actually going to be one of the questions I was going to ask you. Like, where do you currently live, and where are you from? Like, we know you're from Texas now, but where do you currently live?
I live in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Gotcha. And
Street
I know
address.
you touched on you're ex-military. Could you tell us a little about your time in the service as ex-military?
It was very brief. I did 3 years, 14 weeks. Never went to Afghanistan, never went to Iraq, never got to do any of that glorious stuff. I really was just all training. I did airborne, infantry training. A lot of it was stateside. I went to Germany for a little bit, and then I just really got bored with it. I really didn't get to do what I signed up for.
Gotcha.
No special forces, no, I was a sniper and killed, 100 people. No, nothing like that.
You're not supposed to tell us if you did, right?
We'll just imagine that you did. How did you first get into the sport? Like, were you introduced by someone, or did you just go to a practice?
I think it was more Facebook. I was looking into something to kind of do besides Spartan, I was doing a lot of Spartan races at that time, and I was traveling like the whole like Chicago all the way to Florida to do
Oh,
Spartan.
nice. That's cool.
And it was just it was hectic. It was
bet.
running, 5 to 15 miles, and it was just And I mean, arm wrestling was definitely a whole lot more easygoing than cardio all the time.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
What's it like having such a supportive spouse in Jennifer, always tagging along with you and taking great pictures at all these events?
it's definitely a blessing.
Is that cool to have like your partner so interested in what you're doing?
I mean, at first, don't get it wrong. She did not like, having to be right there. She thought this was going to be, I can go do my thing, she can do her thing, and we meet in the middle, during the week, But she, as soon as I said, maybe doing videos so I can learn, where I go wrong on all my losses, she said I can do that, and ever since then she's been 100% supportive. Never
awesome.
questioned nothing.
It's not the same going to an event without her pictures being taken.
I'm lost if I don't have her. She's like my entertainment. Like, she talks to people. I'm not a talkative person unless someone talks to me, and it's different.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys like do outside of the sport? You know what I mean? Like, tell us about you guys outside of sport, and like, what does your family and friends think about you as like an arm wrestler? Like, how does that come up in conversation? Like, what's that all about?
Well, honestly, this Waxahachie, Texas event that's happening, the weirdo camera guy thing, is going to be the first time I really get to introduce arm wrestling to my family in Texas.
That's awesome.
Other than that, I mean, it's day to day, Monday through Friday. Me and Jennifer work together. We're deck collectors, and we just do the boring stuff like call people and ask for money. Tell them we're going to go to their house, and I'm just kidding. But
how many times have you called Jacob from work?
5 now. 5. I had to get a new phone.
I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, I could go stalkerish and be like, you know what?
So like, you guys work together. She comes to your arm wrestling, you live together. I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, that's unique.
We make it work. I mean, she's definitely cohabitable material. It's not like she sees me, she sees my worst, and she sees my best. So I mean, she pushes me to be at my best, and that's what I need. And
Love that a lot.
That's some spouse goals right there.
No kidding.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, more to get back to like the arm wrestling aspect of things. Like, what is your training like right now? Like, and how's it evolved over the years?
It started out slow. Being a super heavyweight, I wasn't really motivated to lose the weight. I was motivated getting stronger, and I finally realized after training with Michael Todd, after one day with training with Michael Todd, that I will never be as strong as that man. I don't have the body like he's just massive. And I mean, just pictures side by side to me, it's ridiculous. And I think I'm big, and he's huge. I knew my body type being 5'10", I will never be able to be, that big 260, 200, 300 pound guy, or I'll look sloppy,
Like me.
No, you got your purpose. But
That's your purpose.
You got your purpose.
It took me wrapping up pumping up my cardio and my training and intensifying, and just at least two table times a week. I try to get that in just randomly with whoever I can.
Can't forget the 11-7 pull-ups you do a week.
Yeah, that's just random. I honestly just film randomly on it, just because I guess that's what everybody knows me for, my deck pull-ups.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are in like a weight loss journey, and like right now I'm trying to lose a few pounds too. I mean, like, what do you like? Tell us about like your diet. Like, what are you using to keep that weight off right now, and how'd you get there?
Changing your eating habits really is the main thing. You have to start eating clean. If you put junk in your body, you feel like junk. If you feel like, I mean, if you want to be the best, top notch, you got to fill it up with the good stuff like chicken, fish. I mean, you got to cut out that beef. I mean, limit it so much to, you know, what you need, but all the fatty food is just, that's the first thing that went for me. And that's what the biggest results came. But yeah.
Gotcha, man. So, yeah, I mean, you've had a great deal of success over a relatively short period of time. You know, 3 years in arm wrestling, we're still like babies, you know. And what would you say you would credit all your success to? You know, I mean, obviously it's not going to be just one thing, but you know, you're a national level puller and you're 3 years in. Like, what would you say has helped you the most to come to where you are now?
Well, first off, Jacob, I wouldn't even consider myself that level, but thank you.
Well, you're listed. Take that up with Chance.
I honestly think that was premature, in my opinion. It put me in the wrong spot, put me on a list this early in my, you know, arm wrestling. It really fucked me up. I mean, excuse my language, but I don't deserve to be on that list, and I don't even need to be on that list. I don't even want to be on that list because it just puts a target on you, and it makes it more of a pissing contest than camaraderie that you would get from brothers. You know, it's not worth it no more for that.
We got your back, Roger.
Understandable completely.
But I will strive to be one of the best. I mean, no matter if it's on the list or not. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely understandable.
Okay. Yeah,
Back to the question, it's just you have to find the right people to train with. I got lucky enough to live near Storm Chileno, Paul Lynn. I mean, I'm surrounded by a bunch of great arm wrestlers. Travis Bagent, you know, threw me a couple of training sessions, and every time I meet him, he's like, you know, we're brothers. You know, it makes me feel great being around him. And I don't know, I just got lucky. I honestly got lucky. I can't contribute it to anything else.
Yeah. That's great.
Kind of real quick to just kind of piggyback off that. It's interesting that in this arm wrestling community that we have, that someone who just enters a sport can go hang out with Travis Bagent, who is the best in the world at one point or another. You know, unlike any other sport, where can you just hang out with your idols at any time, really?
And I also have to clear this up because his training session, he told me to tell everybody he charged me $500. That dude did not charge me one penny. I mean, he spent 8 hours with me and he didn't charge me one penny. And I just want to clear that up. He's not a hustler like that.
Now everyone.
I'm going to be calling him after this podcast. Just letting you know.
He charged me.
I mean,
he charged me. God damn it! No,
and me. I love Travis. Though. He's a good guy, man.
He's a good guy, man. Yeah.
Really cool, man.
Sure.
Love Travis.
All right, we got some Facebook questions for you. If you're ready for that,
I'm ready.
The first question is, why doesn't he get rid of that trash mustache?
Oh my.
Nick Mitchell, whatever.
For the record, I like the stash. Just saying.
I like it. Yeah, don't listen to that guy.
It's honestly, it's this or a baby face. I mean, it's Jennifer prefers the clean shaven face. I just I don't like it too much.
I feel the same way. The next question. Roger Bailey Learned is awesome for the sport. He's entertaining, not afraid to challenge others, and he's an all-around nice guy. My question is, who do you plan on challenging next? Matt Powell.
Matt Powell, that's my boy.
Nice guy, huh?
Yeah, he's an inspiration for the sport. I mean, everything he goes through. I really don't have anybody. All the challenges that have been like, you know, Frank Hurst, who else? Eli was actually, I accepted that match. No, I was actually ready for whatever I thought Eli, you know, was going to give me. Preferably, you know, he beat me pretty bad, but no, Frank Hurst was off the, you know, he probably gave me a week's warning, and I was not ready for that, you know, ass kicking I got. But I accept challenges. I'm never back down. It's one of those soldier things that's bred into me, and
yeah, that's cool.
One of those things I run toward it, not from it.
Yeah. Next question. Roger is a good man. Ask him if his flip-flops give him more power when he competes. Steve Walker.
I knew that was Steve. Oh my. Yeah, I prefer being in sandals, unfortunately. I definitely feel like it gives me, at least 25% more power.
It's very intimidating to your
Gotta
opponent.
use the Crocs. That's where it's at.
Crocs.
Yeah.
I bet you.
The next question. How did it feel when he was selected by the Make-A-Wish Foundation to let me get that win on him in the tournament? TJ Foley.
That's
Nice.
Fun. No, TJ got that. I was so surprised he got that pin. I was at the table for like 10 seconds looking at the referee like, are you serious?
He's a quick boy. He's quick.
He got it. He got it fair and square. I didn't give it to him by no means.
How does he feel about Florida, Daniel Allen?
Florida.
How do you feel about
Gator.
Florida? Just,
That's funny.
as a state. Just is it a
general
good
question?
No question. No, I mean, I can't answer that because I really never got to enjoy Florida too much.
So what you're saying is you can beat Daniel Worley. That's what I heard you just say.
Not even. Probably I couldn't even beat his shadow right now, so I'm not even putting myself there.
I got you, man. Well, next up, rapid fire questions. I'm going to ask you some really quick questions back to back. Just answer them as quick as you can. Okay.
All right, I'll try.
All right. Hook, top roll press. What do you prefer?
Hook.
Hook. Who's your favorite training partner?
Storm Chelina.
How many pull-ups can you do in a row?
25.
Do you miss any foods back from your heavyweight days, like when you were heavier?
Pizza all the time.
All right. When it comes down to strength versus technique, which do you value more?
Technique now.
What max back pressure? Have you tested it?
No.
Favorite arm wrestling specific exercise to do?
Wrist wrench and hands and wrist exercises. Anything specific to that?
Gotcha. Who has a stronger wrist, Michael Kehoe or Josh Vinikoor?
Josh, definitely.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
What's your favorite training handle?
Oh man, I would have to say Lucas's equipment.
That last question was an inside joke, by the way. Well, what's your take on Zaza versus Zach Lee coming up?
Zach Lee, 100%.
Yeah.
USA.
We hope.
Yeah, we hope.
If Zach Lee is healthy, that dude can pull a truck. I mean, he is strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know how much Zaza can pull either. Because
We're gonna find out.
That guy has the credentials.
Yes.
Most
I always back the hometown. Honestly, it's a dumb question to ask if it's foreign versus homeland.
It's a tough question.
I hope Zach Lee wins because Zaza vaguely threatened me in a Facebook message.
Be careful.
We'll go to Russia.
For some reason, I get all these
from
threats
Georgia.
from wrestlers.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on, Roger. He's Georgian.
I don't know.
Well, I made a meme of him and Johnny Blades, and it was really directed at Johnny Blades, but
It was so funny.
Georgians don't take jokes the way we do. So he was like, "That is very offensive to me."
It might not be all Georgians. It might just be him. Maybe
It could just be him. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm all for Zach Lee.
Yeah, we're all voting for Zach here. So.
Oh yeah.
But Roger, I mean, what are your plans for the future? What are your goals right now? Like short term, long term.
I want to grip up with everybody I can. Anybody that's been on this table, anybody that's John Brazine, Cobra Rhodes. I want to grip up with everything. I want to learn everything I can. I mean, people think it's a nickname, but Learned is my real name, and it's for some reason it's drilled in my whole life. I've been a hard learner, like I've been learning lessons the hard way, and it's just I'm ready to learn it, the right way now.
Yeah. Do you foresee any future matchups that looking forward to?
Oh, of course. I mean, everybody on that list that I was on at one time are potential matchups. I mean, right now, I mean, even Justin Bear, him being number 13 on the left-handed makes me feel a little salty because I have a win on him the last time I pulled him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But he was tired. He was tired, so I have to let him have, that whatever.
Were you also tired?
Who knows? It's not. I don't use excuses. So.
Well, we both know your left and your right are two different animals. So.
I would say I was tired against Frank Mir because, I mean, it was 2-3 against him, too. So, I mean, I was tired when it came to Frank Hurst. I mean, not Frank Mir. My bad.
Although Frank Mir is a tremendous MMA fighter.
Yeah, my bad. But no, I mean, it's just, there's no excuses if you're good that day or if you're not. It's that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else you want people to know about you? You want to tell the ladies and gentlemen that are going to watch this?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be in the sport for a while, and I hope you get to know my face. And hopefully, I get to meet you, and we'll grow together.
Hell yeah, man!
Awesome.
I like that, man.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
And again, we appreciate you coming on after. For those of you that don't know, this is Roger's second interview with us. And he was happy to redo it, thank God, because the first one had some technical difficulties.
It was fun, though.
We're new at this, guys. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's
right. But yeah, so that's kind of like the format we've been going with to try to not jump around too much, because some of our podcasts were lasting like 2.5, 3 hours, and we're like, oh my God, dude. People probably stop listening after the first, Yeah. So hopefully this will help with that,
And I mean, I really don't have, too much great matches in my history. I got a couple of good wins, but the best is yet to come. So, I mean, just stay tuned.
Well, what's cool is, in a year or two, you can look back on this video and kind of see where you were at the time, and then, revisit it. And then you have more to talk about. Then you have these crazy matchups that happened, because it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that.
You got our whole crew pulling for you all the time, man.
Same for me. I'm
pun intended.
Yeah, pulling for you. Got
Pulling
the whole
for you,
idea set with you.
I'm going to win this for Roger, and then I get smoked every time.
No. How about you say I'm going to lose this for Roger next time?
Yeah, that would be better, because then it will really seem like I'm doing it for you.
Exactly.
That could be my out. I promised Roger I was going to lose this one.
Call out the biggest, baddest guy and just
pin myself.
Moment.
Like, that's for Roger. Yeah. Well, let's all thank Roger for coming on.
Yeah.
Officially, we appreciate it very much.
It was my pleasure, boys.
You guys are one of our favorite couples in arm wrestling for sure.
The best couple in arm wrestling is
yes.
Roger Bailey Learned and Jen Ann Tillman.